You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
That we could have a serial killer.
He's the sadistic killer wanted for a series of murders and rapes.
They say he has killed 14 people. Yesterday he struck again, and Heidi Schulman reports people are wondering when and where he will strike next.
What is up, Mindbuzz Universe? We are back. Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. I am
Halloween.
What's up? What's going on?
For everyone that petitioned to have me on camera and see me, I'm finally making an appearance.
She's making an appearance
today.
Well, you're
on
not
Halloween.
You have to be cutting it too.
On Halloween. Wait, I'm gonna make my grand reveal.
Oh, I thought you already did.
I know, I messed up. Here I am in the flesh.
That's what she really looks like.
That's a true interpretation of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a psycho killer that lives inside you. You try to take children's souls on your day off.
I'm
You
2
wear
feet
overalls.
tall.
You're 2 feet tall.
Got orange hair.
Orange hair.
And a big old forehead.
Sometimes. And you got a 5 head on good days.
Shut up. You look like my grandma.
I look like a mixture of Austin Powers and Nacho Libre.
Nacho.
Should I do I was going to do the butt thing since that's what Oscar wants me to do. It was weird. As soon as I told him that I was going to be Nacho Libre, instantly he wanted me to squeeze my butt cheeks. I don't know why.
I mean, you got some good butt cheeks.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, it's Halloween. Do you want to do let's do the My Grito Weekly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot, I didn't even get a song ready.
Oh, pull it up.
Pull it up. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Improvise here. Keep talking.
No, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I got those.
Just kidding. I'm super excited about today. It is probably one of my most favorite holidays out of the whole year, even though it's not a holiday, in terms of what people do. But
all right, I'm ready.
Okay, well, just play the music then.
Yeah.
That's not
now partner. Take.
You gotta watch out what you're pressing play on. Go to the music. Gee, what's wrong with you? As soon as you got the camera on you, now you're just, what's going on?
Hey, you need to relax, right?
Press play.
All right.
Put it up a little bit.
After que me regañaron.
Put it up.
Here's my freaking of the week. Rundown Creeps will be performing this Sunday at Punk in the Park alongside bands such as Pennywise, Descendants, Circle Jerks, Goldfinger, and much, much more. The My Grito family are very excited and proud of Richard, Steven, Alan from the Rundown Creeps. It's a big deal, and we hope to see everyone there. I mean, we won't be there, but they hope to see everyone there. Also, have you listened to the new song called Space Time Continuum from Profesor Galactico? Yeah, so when this episode is done, go over and look that up on all streaming platforms and listen to it. But yeah, go give My Grito and all of those bands a follow I think we're going to list them down, right, in the show description. So it'll be easier for you guys to go and click it. But yeah.
All the links to what Amber just talked about will be down in the show description. If you're not following My Grito, then follow them on Instagram. And if you're not following the Mind Buzz, follow us on Instagram as well. We do have a YouTube channel. If you're a listener, if you like the audio version, you're going to like the YouTube version as well. But go check us out on at Mind Buzz Media on YouTube and give us a subscription. We are working so hard for your subscriptions and your listens that I get in costume all the time just to show love for all our Mind Buzz Universe peeps. It's gonna work. Mind Buzz Universe. I forgot what it was gonna be, but yeah. In other news, Amber Licious.
Don't call me that. No.
Amberlicious. Okay, so me and Amber have been we've been partnered up since for 4 years now.
Partnered up. Sorry, it just sounded funny.
We've been shacked up for 4 years and 4 nights, and I'm a big horror fan. I love horror movies. That's all I want to watch on. Doesn't matter what type of season. It could be Christmas, and I would want to sit there and binge on horror movies. But over the past, I want to say, week, Amber, last Tuesday, we went to go watch The Exorcist, the original Exorcist, 1974 Exorcist. And then just last night, she just watched the original.
Italian or something?
Yeah.
Original.
Original. She watched the original Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock, which came in, what, like 1964? Can you look that up?
1960.
Oh, 60?
Uh-huh.
Dang. And I was explaining that there was a lot of new techniques that Alfred Hitchcock did with the actual movie. I mean, the black and white thing is pretty.
I had a shirt like this.
Did you?
Yeah.
You had a shirt with, and you've never seen the movie?
Mm-mm.
Jeez.
But I still liked it.
Yeah, but what did you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I kind of knew what, like, I knew the basis of it, right? Obviously, I know Norma Bates, the mom, the house, like I knew everything, but I just hadn't sat down to watch the movie. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't watched it.
Oh my God, it's been over 100 years. If somebody hasn't watched it,
well,
then
look at
that's
me,
their
I
fault.
hadn't watched it, but it's a cool little twist. I kind of put 2 and 2 together at the end.
Yeah, at first.
When you said, you're always a spoiler. Gill loves to talk while movies are going on.
It's been over 100 years.
Like, yeah, because you killed them all. And I was like, okay, so the mom's not alive and he killed them.
Wait, I didn't say he killed the mom.
Yeah, no, you said you killed them all. After you killed them all, you said you were talking to the TV.
I was talking to the TV after you killed them all. Get that corner out of my face.
So then I was like, all right. This makes sense.
Yeah, but okay. It was a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed it very much.
I enjoyed watching it. Now we have to watch the Vince Vaughn version. Can you look up to see when that came out?
Sure.
And the Vince Vaughn version is a frame-by-frame remake of the original, which
1998.
Which I like to see because I like to compare remakes, and I like to compare overall, like, prequels. There's a storyline matchup. And I honestly, Vince Vaughn was pretty cool. Danny Elfman did I'm a huge Danny Elfman fan, and he did the actual score for the remake. So when I say frame by frame remake, it's literally frame by frame, it's a remake of the original. So each movement, each hand gestures, all that is remade. But in 1998, it was a bomb, dude. It bombed at the box office. I think their budget, I read somewhere, was like $60 million, and they made like $34 million.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. They barely made half.
Well, look at them right there.
Yeah.
Looking all weird.
We should be that for Halloween next year.
Let us know what we should be for next year, because we need to get it together sooner.
We had a suggestion that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Let me see. Let me
Do you remember?
Let me pull that up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I put it on my Instagram, and I had a few people tell us who we should be. One moment, please.
Who actually suggested this year's?
My cousin.
Jam?
Madeline. Yeah, Jam. She suggested this year's, which was great.
Yeah, it was spot on, for sure.
We'll post a picture later on our Insta story, so you could see us both together, because I'm a part of this costume too. I'm not this. Well, I am today, but you know what I mean. Let me see.
I love your ventriloquism work.
Thanks.
You're getting really good at that.
Thanks, Master.
Master?
Was it the ventriloquist?
This ain't the plantation. They don't say master.
Yeah, there was a creepy one, and he was like, "Thank you, Master."
Oh.
I'm trying to throw my voice around.
That was another thing that we were talking about. We should do ventriloquism, but it's not really ventriloquism. It's just you sitting on a stool and having my hand behind your back.
My skirt or what?
Yeah. And you dress like a doll and like acting like a doll, but I think that would be really good. That would be a really good act.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Where?
But we have to act like it's a ventriloquism the whole time.
All right. So somebody said Britney Spears and Kevin James.
Is Kevin James? Oh.
Yeah, the little meme that's going around, the Kings of Queens.
So it was the pretty much be popular memes for Halloween.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Because they meant Britney Spears with the knives.
No. Oh, maybe. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The Flintstones. Somebody said the Flintstones.
I like that one.
Yeah.
That one's cool. But I think it was played out.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a little generic. Somebody said Lilo and Stitch. That one's cute.
That one's a good one.
Chuckie and the Bride of Chuckie.
That's played out.
But we listened. Look, I'm Chuckie.
Yeah.
Somebody said un trompo del pastor y el taquero. So,
I seen that one floating on the internet.
Yeah, I think it's become this year's costume or last year's. Somebody said Ricky and Lucy.
Okay, that one I can see us doing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike.
Lucy.
He scared me.
Sorry.
Sully and Mike Wazowski.
You got them explaining to do.
Hey, so did you see?
That was terrible.
Were you watching that episode? I think I overheard it of like Mandela Effects, and they were saying that apparently he never says, "Lucy, you have some explaining to do." That it's not part of the show ever, and I'm like, no, there's.
You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't. He doesn't say it.
No, I think it's Lucy, I'm not home, or Lucy, I'm home.
No, it was Lucy.
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Somebody said Sid and Nancy. That's kind of cool. Edward Scissorhands and Kim. El Chavo y la Chilindrina. Darla and Alfalfa. And that was it.
Those are good ones.
Harry and Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber.
That one would be cool.
And then the one that we chose, which is Nacho Libre and Encarnacion.
Encarnacion.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah. Okay. Those are good ones. I mean, what are the top three for me for next year is Lucy and Ricardo. Didn't somebody say Mike Wazowski and
yeah, I said
and
it.
Sully? You did?
Yeah.
That one's a good one, but that would be difficult to make.
I think we said to Doc Brown, and that's who we said wanted to be.
That's what it was. I was trying to remember what it was, but it's Doc Brown and Marty McFly. Who would be Marty?
Oh, look at how cool. You seen that? The ghost?
Yeah. The ghost.
Would be Marty?
Of
Me?
Halloween's past.
Marty's short and little. No, but you want to be Marty, huh? You don't want to be Doc Brown.
I'll be Doc Brown. I could do a good Doc Brown.
The time machine.
He doesn't say that.
Oh.
It's our kids, Marty. It's our kids. What's going on, Doc? Are they turn out to be assholes or something? It's our kids, Marty. It's our kids.
Ew. The hell? Been watching someone's stories too long?
It's our kids, Marty. It's our kids. It's our kids, Marty. Okay, Vince Vaughn, Psycho, 1998. No, wait, where we're gonna look at? Yeah, where we did.
What the hell?
Sorry,
Hey, you
I'm
got
so
amnesia this morning or what? This fine day.
Oh, this mustache is hurting my lip. That's why.
Lucy.
Oh, you're gonna look up the
Got some explaining to do.
Yeah, the
Mandala.
Mandala. No, look at Lucy. You got some explaining to do.
Do Mandala Effect. YouTube. Right here. Why isn't it playing? Oh.
Ricky Ricardo. Every time Lucy got in trouble.
Restart it.
Yeah.
I remember Ricky saying to Lucy.
To Lucy.
Put it up.
Like that.
You may not remember the popular 1950s I Love Lucy show, but I'm sure you'll remember the famous phrase uttered by Ricky Ricardo every time Lucy got in trouble. What do you remember Ricky saying to Lucy? Number 1, Lucy, you have some explaining to do. Or number 2, Lucy, you have some splaining to do. Or number 3, I think that I'm entitled to a little bit of an explanation. Pause the video if you don't want to hear the answer yet. If you selected number 2, Lucy, you have some splaining to do, you're wrong. Let's listen to what Ricky actually said.
Now, Mrs. Ricardo, if you don't mind, I think that I am entitled to a little bit of an explanation of what is going on here.
The answer is number 3. Ricky Ricardo never said, Lucy, you have some splaining to do.
I don't believe that.
So he never says that at all?
I don't believe it.
In all the 200 episodes?
I don't believe it. I've watched them. I've watched every single episode. And I vividly can hear him say.
Well, it seems like you got some work to do.
Okay, let me see. Let's see if he says it here.
Out the house of his unsuspecting girlfriend.
This is not it.
Everything was routine.
See, it was even quoted.
Oh, no, look at
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Oh, I love that movie. Fools Rush In.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to dye this wig red and you're good.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
See, how can a whole culture, a whole society remember that and it not be real?
Because that's the basis of a Mandela effect. I think because one person culturally or one person in pop culture gets it wrong and it becomes a domino effect of getting it wrong every single time and it just becomes a false memory.
No, I think a Mandela Effect is a gaslighter. I think it makes you think. It puts out one video or one thing and it makes you think, and then it second guesses your thought and your perception of something. And you're like, yeah, maybe they're right. Maybe I wasn't on there. And then it's like, and takes off. That's what I think. I got to go back and watch them because I don't believe it. I'll report back to you guys in a month when I'm done.
So you think that there's at least one, if there's at least one line of script that says explaining to do, then I think that's
like,
wrong.
It's like one of the most iconic lines known to the show.
The Mindbuzz is powered by Mindbuzz Media. Mindbuzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mindbuzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more.
Okay, yeah, but also with there's another Mandela effect with Darth Vader and Luke, where he says, "No, Luke, I am your father." That's completely false.
And what do we say, Luke? I am your father.
Luke, I am your father, but the real version is like, look up that one. That one's another one, strange one too, because everybody says that. Luke, I am your father. It comes out in Tommy Boy. It comes out in a lot of pop culture. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. He says something else. What was Luke's famous line? Well, no, that's Darth Vader's famous line. Yeah, look at it. No, Darth Vader didn't actually say, Luke, I am your father.
So what does he say?
The scene. Yeah, look at it. In the scene in 1995 comedy film, Tommy Boy, David Spade's character, walks in on Chris Farley, Tommy making sounds on the desk fan. At one point, Farley says, exaggerated way of, Luke, I am your father. That was Tommy Boy.
Okay.
That was my version. Oh, yeah, right there. The comedic scene is a representation of a phenomenon known as Mandela Effect, which, as we previously reported, is when many people collectively misremember something. But what is the actual line? That's what we're trying to get at,
it's
right?
Right here. Right here. Read this part.
If you knew the power of the dark side, Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
So he doesn't say no, Luke.
Oh, right here, look. Corran las imágenes. For those of you that can't see, that's Gill breathing.
Am I breathing?
Here.
I'm trying to be Darth Vader.
Useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
Oh. This movie's awesome.
Escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough!
He told me you killed him.
He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
That's not true.
Okay, this one was weird, but another one that was weird was the Berenstein.
Oh yeah.
That one shook me. Like when I first watched that video about there's tons of them on the internet about the Mandela Effect, but when I heard that about the Berenstain, I literally got chills when I was watching it that day. And that's like one of the most iconic things.
Berenstein Bears?
Berenstein.
Berenstein.
I remember it as Berenstein.
And what is it?
Berenstain.
Oh.
The Berenstain Bears, not Berenstein.
Yeah, I used to say Berenstein Bears.
Berenstein?
But I also used to say Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
So don't listen to me. Fucking Mandela Effect my whole life.
Yeah.
When someone's like, no, it's Chick-fil-A, I was like, no.
I didn't even know Chick-fil-A existed until like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
But I was just a paisa, so.
Yeah.
All paisas have Mandela Effect our whole life.
Mandela Effect. You enter the Mandela Effect when you cross the border. I think that's what happens. Instant Mandela Effect when you get your papers. Everything is a Mandela Effect to you.
I know.
That's what happens.
That's funny.
Yeah, but like what other words get people? I mean, English is a hard language, and you know what?
You think so?
Trips. Yeah, it really is. It really is.
In the sense of what?
Because there's certain words that mean two meanings. There's also
there's words in Spanish that mean like fucking 10 meanings.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's not difficult. Also,
no, I know, but I'm like thinking like, dang.
We're on English here. There's two words for every. There's a lot of two words. There's also innuendos. There's certain. Like there's a tone. There's different tone. For sentences. I don't know. To me, it's a very. I'm still trying to navigate through English, and it's my first language.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah.
As I'm talking as what's his name?
Nacho?
As Nach. Ignacio. This is for vegan.
What the fuck was that? That was the stupidest fucking impersonation.
No, I was trying to be the old guy.
Oh.
Wait, you remember where like his blouse and everything gets burnt inside like he's praying and his robe gets on It's on fire, right?
It's on fire.
And he like runs out and he's dressed as, he has his wrestling gear underneath his robe. And then there's this old guy in the video, in the movie, that says, "No, this is forbidden." That's what I meant. Because he's like one of the best characters ever.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh man. So what's up, Chucky? How you been? What's new?
Nothing much, Trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah.
Yep. I get a really bad rap, I'm just angry because I'm little. I get pushed around. I don't get seen. You know what I mean? Literally and metaphorically. People think because I'm small. You know what? I'm gonna let out my true freaking. So let me talk about something that bugs me. Don't do it, people. Don't do it. I get it. I get the gist around what they're trying to do, right? But sometimes I'm just like, no. So I'm short in real life. I'm about 4'5", 4'6" on a good day, depending on the shoes I have on.
4'6" with Crocs.
No, when I wear boots. And I hate when people come and they're okay. I get it. Everyone's taller, whatever. I'm used to it, whatever. Have you ever noticed? And it's only happened a few times. Somebody comes up to me and we're having a conversation, and then they crouch down to their knees. Have you been with me when that's happened?
Mm-mm.
I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, let me get on your level. And I'm like, let me get on your level. I don't know. I get it. Because they say, with kids, oh, get down to their level so you can look at them in the eye. But I don't know. I find it very disrespectful when you're an adult. Am I just overthinking it?
No, I don't think so. I've never seen that.
No?
Honestly, just because I've never seen it doesn't mean that you.
No, I know that it
haven't
hasn't
experienced
happened,
that, but
I'm trying to think. I feel like it happened recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we? Yeah, it did happen recently. We were
really?
somewhere. Mm-hmm.
And I was there, and I was. What the heck?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'll think about it, but I know it happened recently.
Next time that happens, whether it's a female or a male, and
no,
somebody,
a woman has never done it. It's only been a man.
Well, when that happens, and if it does happen right in front of me, and I'm standing next to you, I'm gonna put my zipper down.
Ew.
You guys want to try it? Go for it.
But yeah, so I guess I understand Chucky's anger. He's just trying to navigate through life.
No, he's not. He's trying to steal souls. He's trying to steal a child's soul.
No, he's just mad.
He's just mad because he's short?
He's just mad because he's small.
No
one gives him the respect. I bet you if they treated Chucky nicer, he'd be a nicer doll.
Okay. Well, the same thing it's the same for Annabelle, too.
Yeah. I think all horror characters can... let me be their attorney.
You're going to be their attorney?
Yeah.
You're going to get a coalition of all the horror characters and become their guidance counselor and navigate them through their new life.
Look at what's the movie we watched? Oh, Boogeyman? No, not Boogeyman. What was it called? The one we watched.
The Exorcist?
No. We watched it last year. The remake. Candyman. Remember Candyman?
Yeah.
He really wasn't trying to do anything.
There's a whole bunch of different stories for him.
Right? There's a version where he was trying to lure kids, and then there was another version where he wasn't.
I think there's a version where he was like a slave on a plantation, and he was having sexual relations with like one of the main people in the house, and then they caught him. They chopped off his hand, and they put a whole bunch of honey all over him, and they attracted bees. I think there's a version like that. And that's the only version that I remember from watching the remake from last year.
Yeah, there's a bunch of versions. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just looking too much into it, but
no, as a writer and a developer of a character, you have to, right? That's part of building a character. Part of building a character is making your character that you're building a relatable character. Even though how crazy it might sound, there's some relatable aspect in Norman Bates. Let's break that down, for instance, because that's still pretty fresh in our mind right now.
Okay.
Psycho Alfred Hitchcock's character. Or is it Norman Bates?
Norman Bates.
Right. What are some of his main characteristics? He's a mama's boy. He loves and cherishes his parents, his mom particularly, right? And who doesn't like their parents? Who doesn't cherish their mom's love?
Yeah.
So that's an instant connection right there. Second is he wants to do right by his mom. There are all these characteristics of Norman Bates as a human being, and you take out all the crazy stuff that he does in the movie, it's pretty relatable.
Yeah.
To be honest. I mean, even with, we can, because they're essentially the same thing, Norman Bates and Norma Bates, same character, right? As far as the movie goes.
Yeah.
Same thing with them as a mother, right? There is some jealousy with your parents or your children leaving home. I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
Right.
Like some kind of like, oh, they're, I took care of them for this long and now they're just up and leaving, or, someone else showing affection to your kid or things like that. And in maybe a non-sexual way, it's just, you feel like you've had this person forever and now they're just gone.
Yeah. And then even in the original, how Norman Bates kills his mom, like Norm Bates, like he poisons her and her lover because he was jealous.
Yeah.
He was jealous because it was just them for a long time. And then even before that, a child's going to be jealous of their parents' new lover, new boyfriend, new girlfriend, new husband.
I'm a grown ass adult, and if ever, knock on wood, that were to happen, like I don't know how I would feel. So I understand. I completely understand.
It's weird on two levels, and I'll tell you this from my experience. When my mom had passed already for years, it's been years, and then, but even before then, when my mom and dad were separated, right? It was still kind of weird because you were jealous on a level of why can't you be with my mom, right? That was always a question. Like I was always questioning, like, you're with this lady, but why can't you be with my mom? Make me happy, right? So there's some weird little feeling there. And then also, you're there and you see that your dad is acting different or your parent is acting a little bit different, and you don't really think about that because you're only concerned with your feelings at that time. And I get it. I mean, now that I'm older and I reflect back on those times and those days, my dad was struggling to do things.
Yeah.
It's hard. I'm pretty sure I'm trying to put myself in my dad's shoes, and I'm pretty sure it was pretty freaking difficult. Knowing that there was probably some guilt in there, pretty sure, but he was just trying to do his best, what he thought was the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that's a pretty difficult situation to be in. There's no wrong or right answer for that.
No, there isn't. So, like, again, we're not justifying Norman Bates killing people.
Yeah, we are.
But we're justifying it. No, but I mean, I think there's... I think I mean, like I said, we can dissect every fucking horror film and person and...
Who's next? Freddy Krueger.
Find trauma that, dates back to what they did.
Michael Myers. Michael Myers has a very sexual undertone when you watch the movie. Every single person that he murders in the original film they just got done having sexual intercourse, or they're about to have sexual intercourse. That ties into his first murder and then we're just talking about the original canon film Halloween 1974, I think. And his first murder was the boyfriend and his sister yeah. upstairs. Again, it's a little boy doing the murder. I think he was like 6 or 7 years old. Mm-hmm. I think at the time when he does it, and we're all talking about we're talking about films, ladies and gentlemen. It's not anything real. We're talking about movies. If you're sorry, I don't know. I'm bad at apologies, but
yes, you are.
Nacho's bad at apologies, and I'm committing to the character. But everything in the original films, it has this weird like sexual undertones of that in the original movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's I've been watching the different videos trying to dissect the actual character of Mike Myers, and there's so many storylines, like different storylines, different let's just say universes of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
There's the original storyline, which is Halloween 1 through 4. There's also a 40-year timeline to where Halloween, the original movie, happens. 2, 3, and 4 don't exist. And
what?
Yeah, there's the 40-year version where 2 through 4 don't exist, and after the first film, he gets locked up in a psychiatric ward for 40 years. And it takes it all the way to the remake of Halloween. And then it starts from there.
I don't know. All these adaptation ones, some of them are good, some of them are just let it be.
Let it die.
Let it be.
Yeah, but I like that one. I like the 40-year version of that film. The new Chucky series and all the other series that they came up with is just, those are terrible. It's just, forget those even exist.
I don't like the whole little CGI of like Chucky, like the fakeness of it. I don't know. I feel like the original, like, yeah, he was a doll and maybe it was like comical, but I don't know. I don't like this version of it, like being like, I don't like the new version of myself, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but there's certain, in horror films, I think what really gets an audience, especially like in a film movie, like in a movie, in horror, is practical effects.
Yeah.
Always get, and Alien is a perfect example of that. Or is it Predator? No, Alien. In the original movie with Sigourney what is it?
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. And like when the thing comes out of the person's stomach. Did you know that the actors didn't know that was going to happen?
No?
Yeah.
So it was like a...
Yeah.
like
Can you pull it up? It was a real
what
reaction. Alien. When the alien pops out of the guy's stomach.
Oh, yeah.
So they knew it was going to happen, but they didn't know it was going to happen like at that exact moment. Is what I'm saying. So all the reaction that happened in that scene is all it's all canon. Like it's candid, not canon.
Like canon?
Candid.
Right here?
Yeah.
What the heck?
That's it.
Does it make a loud noise? I can't remember. I don't want to scare anybody. Put your headphones down now.
Scare them.
No.
It's Halloween.
I guess I don't want to scare myself is what I'm trying to say.
Got some decent food. I can dig it, man. I'm telling you, I'm eating birch food and this, but then it tastes better, you know what I'm saying? The other one over there.
You pound down the stuff like this.
Listen, I'd rather be eating something else, but right now I'm digging food.
Ew.
You just know what it's made of.
What do you say?
I'd rather eat something else.
Inga said.
What's the matter? The food ain't that bad, baby. Eat your What's wrong?
What?
Inga said.
Wait, so they didn't know this part was going to happen?
Well, they planned for the scene, but they didn't know that the thing was going to come out.
Ah.
That part. There we go. All that.
No, touch it! Don't touch it!
Really, Scott?
You know what gets me with horror movies is suspense. So like when everything's quiet and then all of a sudden, boom, something falls or something like that, right? That's where it scares me. But as soon as I see the monster or the demon or the shadow, whatever it is, I'm done. Like, all right.
What do you mean you're done?
Not done, but like all my suspense and my jumps and everything, it's done. Like, because I already seen what it looks like. So I'm no longer like scared, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. With new movies? With new horror movies?
All movies. Like when we watched The Exorcist the other day, like obviously I already knew what she looked like, right? But just like re-seeing her on the screen, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm good. And at the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't like loud noises. You know, I don't like loud noises. And that's what scares me. But after I seen her, I was like, all right, I'm good. And I was able to enjoy the movie. I mean, there's been several movies like that where as soon as like, what was the one, The Conjuring? What's the one that has the nun, like demon thing?
There's different ones, but in the Conjuring universe, they have.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So when I seen The Conjuring, like all at the beginning, I was like, like, and then I seen the monster, I seen her, and then I was like, all right, I'm good. Like I expect to see their face and it doesn't scare me. Do you see what I'm saying? So what scares me is the unknown, the not seeing, the, oh, what's going to come out? Like the suspense of what's happening is what scares me. Once I see the monster, I'm That's like, I'm not saying I'm done, like, oh, but I'm no longer scared. That makes sense?
Yeah. But I guess the directors and writers, they bank on those jump scares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of like surprise. Because there's a lot of surprise, and now that, like, once you get a jump scare, right, you're already on the alert. You're already on the prowl for that next jump scare. Oh, what's gonna trigger the next jump scare? So you're watching.
Yeah, and then you tense up and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with Paranormal Activity the first time I ever watched it. And I think because Paranormal Activity, there was nothing that actually came out. Like, it was all just jump scares and loud noises. And because Paranormal Activity, the first one, like, they never showed like a actual monster or a demon or anything. It was just, you knew it was there, and you didn't know when, like, a book was gonna fly or a loud noise. And like, that movie, really, the entire time I was watching it, I was like clenching, like, and when it was done, I was like,
you know what gets me in horror movies is the likeness that something like that of a plot of a horror movie can happen in real life. That's what gets me.
So
ever since I was a young kid, I loved horror movies. My dad used to take me to scary movies all the time. Didn't matter what age I was. My mom, the same thing. My family, my cousins, they took me. All my cousins are all older, and they would take me to scary movies, right?
Yeah.
So I already have that fixed in my mind about, like, scary movies. Okay, they're not real. But what always used to go through my mind was, can this happen? Can this be real? Does it make sense? Can it make sense? Like, that's why I think Freddy Krueger has always been one of my most, it's terrifying for me because of the dream world that he builds in all of his films. And dying in your sleep can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. I think that's where Wes Craven got the idea for Freddy Krueger. Pull it up, because I guess it was like there was some certain thing happening in the Philippines back in the 70s. And when he heard about it, it gave him the idea for the character of Freddy Krueger. Like, these people in the Philippines didn't know what was going on, so he made the character based on what was going on in the Philippines.
Cambodia.
Yeah, it was Cambodia. In Vulture's oral history of Nightmare on Elm Street, Craven said that he was struck with inspiration for the Dream Killer when he found an article. When he found an article in LA Times, the article was about a Cambodian family coming to America to escape mass genocide and killing fields. Oh, that's exactly the opposite of what I said. I thought there was people actually dying in their sleep. No? No.
You gotta go back onto the drawing board.
Yeah, we'll scroll down. Well, at least I thought that's what happened. Wait, hold on. In 1984, Wes Craven introduced the world to one of the most iconic horror films of all time.
Over here, look. Read this part.
Okay, Craven found inspiration for the landmark horror film through an article that was published in the LA Times. He recounted the story of a refugee child from the Cambodian genocide who was terrified to sleep for fear that he would be attacked in his dreams and never woke up.
Wake up.
Oh, and never wake up. When he finally fell asleep, his parents thought his crisis was over. Then they heard screams in the middle of the night. Craven told Vulture by the time they got to him, he was dead. He died in the middle of a nightmare. So it was around these times in Cambodia in the 70s? Was it?
Yeah, 1975.
Southeast Asia.
Oh, the 1980s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right here. It says the story Craven described wasn't an isolated incident. Dozens of Southeast Asian refugees in America died for unknown reasons in their sleep during the 1980s. The mysterious deaths were usually among young men in their 20s and 30s from the Hmong ethnic group and affected a large enough segment of the population to alarm public health experts. The people suffering from this puzzling alignment were typically refugees from a small Laos, a small landlocked country in South Asia.
That was a real thing.
Yeah, you were right.
Okay, see? All right, I'm not crazy. This is why we do this, people. To acknowledge that I'm correct on everything that I say. That's why we do this. Okay, so I wonder if Mike Myers is inspired by a true story. We already talked about Freddy Krueger. We talked about Leatherface and Norman Bates a few weeks ago when we talked to Alex. What about Michael Myers? Like, is there a basis of Michael Myers that is real? Michael Myers is a fictional character from the slasher film series Halloween. He first appears in John Carpenter's Halloween 1978 as a young boy who murders his elder sister, Judith Myers. 15 years later, he returns home to Haddonfield, Illinois to murder more teenagers. Is there? But there really doesn't have to be.
No.
Right? No. But it's more... It's more well, not really more believable, but it's, at least for me, like coming back from what I was talking about of how, certain characters scare me because it could be real. Like, I don't find Michael Myers scary at all. Because I feel like it can be real. I mean, of course, there can be a man that's
if anything,
crazy.
I feel like Michael Myers is more real than like Freddy Krueger.
Really?
Yeah, because Michael Myers is based on an actual person that puts on a mask to disguise themselves, and he goes and he kills people.
Yeah,
that can happen at any moment. Freddy Krueger, you're going out on a limb saying that he's gonna go into your dreams and kill you. Like, that doesn't happen.
Okay, but
day.
No, I get that. But how Freddy gets in your dreams is you being afraid of him. So it's hard not to be afraid of somebody when you're hearing all these different stories.
But how many
you
times
have no controls over your dream. When you go to sleep, most of the population in the world can't really change their dreams at their disposal whenever they get a chance. Right?
Well, how many times have you had a nightmare and woken up like, oh my God, it was so scary, and actually died from it?
I don't know, because I've never died in my sleep. That makes no sense.
Yes, it does. What I'm saying is that nightmares happen. Scary things happen. You fly off a cliff.
How do you wake up when you're dead?
You get swallowed by a fucking... a wave, and a bear ripped my arm off, but you wake up. It's just a dream. I feel like Michael Myers is more realistic.
I have a dream.
I don't know. I thought you were a little more
a little more what?
Never mind.
A little more what?
Thinking Freddy Krueger's more
He's terrifying.
He's scary, but he's not like scary.
His face, his skin, because he's burnt. Like, he killed children.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm the type that can watch it. I'll be scared at the theater, but then I come home and I can knock out. Like,
No.
I'm not thinking about it. in my head.
I'm the opposite. I can be in the theater when it's happening. I'm like, yes, give me some more blood. Give me more of that. And when I get home, I'm petrified.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of the dark. So
Yeah, you are.
I'm afraid of the dark.
I'm not, but we've talked about why I'm not. So, yeah. My mom never scared us, ever.
Yeah.
She says, she's like, I don't want you to grow up being scared. And I'm not.
This is what happens when you scare your children, ladies and gentlemen. This happens.
So don't tell your kids, el cucuy is going to come for them, la mano peluda, someone's going to steal them, because that's all fucking childhood trauma. You're just causing trauma to a child that's later going to be an adult.
Yeah. Or maybe there's some balance that you can do. You can still scare them, but still tell them, hey, that's not real. What we're doing is just, I don't know, we're having fun. Can we meet in the middle and do that? Because it's still fun. It's fun to be scared.
Yeah.
Like, I like to be scared. It's fun. But when it turns into, like, I can't sleep at night and I have to have the light on.
But that's the thing, is that, like, for me, like, I still get scared. I enjoy horror movies. I enjoy Halloween. I enjoy all of that. But I know the difference between reality and fiction. And I feel like for you, I
got a problem with that.
Yeah,
I'm crazy. I'm slightly
There's a line
psychotic.
where your brain still thinks that it's possible for that to happen. And that's what a lot of people that are scared, like you, that are petrified of the dark or of anything.
No, it's getting better now. I'm not petrified of the
Well,
dark.
because I live here now.
It's not petrifying to me.
Well, you know
like,
what I mean.
getting
I'm not
better.
saying just you in general, but I think it's because there's something in our brain when we were kids that didn't let us identify that this scenario is not real.
It's human nature to be afraid of the dark.
Yeah. Well, that's what my mom would say. My mom would say, don't be afraid of, quotation, ghosts or the dead. She's like, what you're supposed to be afraid of is the living that can actually harm you. And I believe that.
And we're going to end it on there because that's scary. Be afraid of the people.
Oh, I covered my face.
No, you're fine. You're good. You're
right.
good. Cue the music.
Chuckie, thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Let us know where we can find you.
Talking the mic.
So you can find me on any.
Ya, cállate.
in any closet.
Happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mind Buzz to our Mind Buzz Universe. If you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at the Mind Buzz. We're on Facebook too. But most importantly,
We're on Facebook.
yeah, we're on Facebook. Most importantly, have fun tonight. Be safe. Don't drive drunk. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah.
Get a lift. Or call your mom. Call somebody to come pick you up. Call Freddy Krueger. Call Michael Myers. Call anybody. But don't be an idiot. Be safe out there. Have fun. We want to see you guys on the next one, okay?
Share some of your pictures with us. Send them to us.
Yeah.
I want to see them.
Oh, and then we're going to be posting... and this is a perfect segue to why you should be following us on Instagram, is because we'll be posting pictures of our costume together, because you've already seen me, right? You've already seen me, but everybody loves to see Amber, and you can see pictures of her on the Instagram account that you don't get to see on the actual show. Other than that, subscribe to us on YouTube. Our homies Bad Hombres just came out with a new song, On the Run, that just got premiered today, October 31st, Halloween, On the Run. The video is going to be down in the show description, so check that out. Give them a like, give them a follow, all that good stuff. If you like our intro and outro music, that's Bad Hombres.
Jesus. that corn out of my face.
Get that corn out of my face. Peace out.
The Mind Buzz.
Encarnación.
Encarnación.
Ramses.
Doodle-dee.
Thanks for listening to the Mind Buzz podcast. Subscribe to the Mind Buzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mind Buzz on Instagram @the Mind Buzz. See you on the next one.